Hey guys, Sunshine 1979. I know I haven't been on camera for a while. I haven't felt good, so I've not been putting myself on camera. But I do want to talk about this case that has been brought to light. A big shout out to Avery Shannon. If you guys aren't subbed up, run over and sub up to Avery. I'll drop her link in the description on this vid, of course. And we're going to discuss the case. And I'm going to try not to chop up her name, guys, of Krista Abellis, sorry. Judge Jeffrey Cash and Predator John Barnes. So you guys have probably seen this case in social media over the past 24 hours. This lady is trying really hard to get her information out there. This is crazy. This is Louisiana. Again, guys, United States. What are we doing here in the States? So we're seeking justice. A rape victim is being made to pay child support after her daughter was given to her predator. This is crazy. I think this is the craziest thing I've heard probably this week. Absolutely insane. So we're going to take a look here. This is Miss Krista. This is the judge that we're going to be speaking of. And this is John. You guys know I normally don't show predators' faces, but in this case, it's important to show his face. We want to get his face out there so everybody knows that this is a rape monster walking the streets. Okay, guys, so when Krista was 16 years old, and like I said, for those of you that are following national media, when she was 16 years old, she was hanging out with some friends. Her friend decided she wanted to go to a local bar, pub, and hang out with her brother. She did end up going home with John. John did rape her. She did end up getting pregnant from being raped. I'll go ahead and read a little bit of background on her story. It says Krista is the woman who says she is ordered to pay child support to the man who raped her, and they gave him custody of her 16-year-old daughter. Judge Jeffrey Cash is the Louisiana judge, this guy here in the middle, who presided over the custody case in Hammond, Louisiana. WBRZ is the news source that I was able to pull this information from originally. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they're the news source that did break this case. John Barnes raped her when he was 30 years old. She was 16. Krista is being supported by the nonprofit organization Saving Lives, founded by Stracy Tritch in Hammond, Louisiana. She is being forced to pay her predator, her perpetrator. People, the judge is making her pay child support. I'm going to drop a link in here as well to my favorite Fox channel, as you guys know. And it's crazy that the way they done this. They took this lady's alleged income, if you will, and they based a child support, an extremely high child support amount off of this. It's almost like this lady was just being attacked by the system due to the fact that John, as we will later on here in our the video here, that he has connections. Okay, so we'll go on. So Barnes was the father of the child. Nearly certainly there was DNA tests that were done that proved that he was the father. He admitted to being the father of her daughter. The age difference between Barnes and Krista would make the case sexual assault. This is statutory rape, people, in the United States. Under the age of accountability, under the age of 18, it's statutory rape. He committed a crime. She filed the police report back in 2015 with the, and guys, apologize, Louisiana is kind of like Florida with these names, the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office. And I apologize. You guys all know I'm from Kentucky, so some of these names are foreign to me. He's well connected, Krista told the news outlet. He threatened me multiple times, saying he has connections in the justice system. So I would be careful. I could take her away at any time if he wants to. I didn't believe him until it happened. Barnes owns a Gumbo digital branding and webbing company in Ponchula, which lists Ponchula police as a client. So that right there is a link to show that this man has connections. The Louisiana judge gave custody to an accused rapist. The child was conceived in 2005 due to the attack. Instead of bringing her home, he brought her to his house. Once inside, he raped her on the living room couch. The teen became pregnant, and she did keep the baby. This child's now 16 years old, and she's in his care. There are news reports that you guys can go and read and look where this child is in fear. This judge gave this child to this monster over a alleged cell phone that was given to her by her mother. Her mother states she never gave her a cell phone. This was done behind closed doors, and the judge's quarters came out, and this lady had lost her daughter to a monster. It absolutely blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. So this guy just pretty much got away with rape, and now he has a 16-year-old daughter in his care, and the mother and the grandmother both are very fearful for her well-being and being in his care. This is the police report here that was written back, and we see here 7/1 of 2015. You know, why is it now 2022 and this man has not been charged with the rape, even though it was brought up in court, and the judge knew that this man allegedly had raped her, and that's how this baby came to be, the 16-year-old girl now, and was still granted custody. It blows my mind. Okay, guys, so sorry about that. It's Florida, so. All right, I was able to find a couple of pictures here I wanted to share. This family is really going through it. And, you know, we really want to make sure that we blast this. If you have a channel, do a short video, do a Facebook post, share her story. I'm going to use these hashtags, guys. I'll go ahead and pause this on the screen. I definitely want to go ahead, flood these hashtags. Flood them. Flood them on your Twitter, flood them on your Insta, flood them on your TikTok, flood them on your Facebook, your social media, because we know the hashtags work on the internet. So let's flood these hashtags and get some national attention. Get this to a federal level. A federal level. A judge gave custody to a monster. About all the missing kids, all the 5 and 6-year-old kids that we're all working on the cases right now here in the true crime community, and all sides of the true crime community, whichever side you may be, since we have to have our little cliques apparently in the YouTube communities. Guys, pull together. Let's work on these cases. We got Dylan Rounds out here. His mom is begging for help. You have this lady who's begging for help. And then you got judges like this guy that are monsters, that are handing over custody to these monsters. You've got Harmony Montgomery's case. Harmony was handed over to a monster with a extensive criminal record. Extensive criminal record. What is wrong with our justice system here in the United States, guys? We seriously need to pull it together. This is a flyer that I did create. You guys are welcome to hit up my Twitter, my Facebook, screenshot it off my video. However you want to get it, share this. Share this out. Let's share these stories. Like I said, let's flush this guy. Let's get him in jail where he belongs, and the 16-year-old daughter back in her loving family with her mother. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the news article I was able to find. Let me take this down real quick. All right, working with OBS, and like I said, I haven't been going on camera, so sorry for the little technical snafus here. All right, so this is what I was able to find on well, my computer is going to cooperate here. Okay, sheriff admits dropping the ball after woman ordered to give up her child to accused rapist. At the time, she was 16 years old and he was 30. Again, this is Channel 2 WBRZ. And this was Friday, June the 17th, 2022 at 8:58 a.m. This is a 4-minute read. Guys, for those of you that follow my channel, I have had a little bit of a health issue, so I am going to go ahead and let the screen reader read this page for us.
Sheriff.
Sorry. Technical difficulties.
Sheriff admits dropping the ball after woman ordered to give up child to her accused rapist. Sheila Flynn and Johanna Chisholm. Friday, June 17, 2022, 8:58 a.m. 4-minute read. A Louisiana sheriff's office has admitted to making a mistake when it failed to investigate a woman's claim that she was raped at 16 years old after a court awarded her alleged attacker sole custody of their daughter. Krista Abel Seth, 32, told the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office in 2015 that John Barnes, 46, had raped her in December 2005, when she was just 1. Her daughter, who is now 16 herself, was born in August 2006. In the intervening years, Mr. Barnes not only discovered that he was the child's biological father, a fact confirmed by a DNA test, but was also given 50-50 custody and, earlier this year, sole custody. Ms. Abel Seth is currently allowed supervised visits with her daughter and a court date has been set for next month. Her allegations against Mr. Barnes gained national attention this week when she gave an interview with local ABC affiliate WBRZ published June 12, raising questions about the law enforcement response to her report roughly 7 years earlier. 4 days later on Thursday, authorities held up their hands and admitted there had been serious errors in their handling of the situation. In tracing this case back to the time the initial complaint was filed on July 1, 2015, it was discovered that the report never made it through the proper channels within the department to be assigned for investigation, the sheriff's office said in a statement. Sheila Flynn and Johanna Chisholm.
Oh, come on now.
And.
Sorry.
Therefore, our department absolutely dropped the ball, and we simply must own our mistake. This is a mistake, however, that simply has never been a problem before or since, and we must make sure to keep it that way. The Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office has reviewed and identified the breakdown in operations relating to the initial complaint filed by the complainant, Sheriff Daniel Edwards said in the release, though it went on to note that Ms. Abel Seth did not follow up on this matter until April of 2022. Upon receiving notice, a team of investigators were assigned to and worked diligently to delve deep into the facts surrounding the case. Due to the complex nature of their findings, the case was turned over to the district attorney's office. Story continues. The sheriff's office and district attorney did not respond to requests for comment from the independent both before and after the statement was released. Earlier in the week, Ms. Abelseth had told WBRZ that Mr. Barnes, who lives in the same small Louisiana parish, found out about her daughter when the girl was 5 years old. At the time of conception, Mr. Barnes was allegedly 30 years old and Ms. Abelseth was allegedly 16 years old, which in the state of Louisiana is considered illegal, even if there was consent. When the pair met in 2005, Mr. Barnes had allegedly asked her if he could escort her home from a Tangipahoa, Louisiana restaurant where they'd met. Instead of bringing me home, he brought me to his house, Ms. Abelseth alleged in an interview with the news station. Once inside, he raped me on his living room couch. Ms. Abelseth didn't press criminal charges against Mr. Barnes until 7 years ago, because, as she told WBRZ, she didn't know how to navigate the law and mistakenly thought that if she hadn't reported it by the next day, then she had no legal recourse. A trauma counselor, however, informed the woman later that she had 30 years to report the crime after she turned 18. In the report she filed with the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office, viewed by WBRZ, she provided details of the alleged attack. According to the news outlet, the investigation into the charges remains open at the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office, and Ms. Abelseth has said that her case was never assigned to a detective. The case took an even more dramatic turn this year when Ms. Abelseth was also ordered to pay child support to her alleged attacker. The next hearing in the case for Ms. Abelseth to revoke Mr. Barnes' parental rights is scheduled for next month. Mr. Barnes owns a digital branding firm in Ponchatoula which listed the local police as a client. The phone line for Gumbo Digital Branding was busy Thursday, then seemingly disconnected. A man who answered a call to another number listed for him immediately hung up when contacted by the Independent. His LinkedIn profile had also been taken down Thursday. Our goal is to create a safe...
That was the article that I was able to find on this case. And like I said, guys, share this out. Share it out, make her name be known, make her name be heard. Let's get this to a federal level. Let's hold this judge accountable. Let's find out what the hell's going on in the justice system in Louisiana, because clearly something's gone terribly wrong. For those of you that follow my channel know that I got a pretty graphic video on here out of Louisiana that will blow your mind. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, it takes a village to raise a child. If you see something, say something. Watch, listen, and speak. And make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share. I am trying to get my channel up to 500, so if you can share out my channel, I'd really appreciate it. That way I can get my community page, and I'm able to actually share out on the YouTube community the posters that I make, the awareness posters, the timeline posters, and etc. And those are all, you guys, I make those for you guys to share. And, again, if you would, I would appreciate just kind of a thank you or, a channel drop or something if you can, find that in your hearts to just kind of help me get my community page. You guys that followed me from the beginning know that this is not for money. I'm doing this for the voices. So you guys become a member of the army. Let's be a voice for those that need to be heard.